It's not a big problem for them. They have eyes in the back of their head. Oh, they actually might push through, though. Doesn't matter. The aggressive spot, and I think they may have even seen Zipan coming behind. I think they've just turned back around waiting for him. Just a split second as Wolfen just spotted him in towards that sport.
They've got the info. Flash soon to follow. There it is, and the battle ensues in Vents. Starzo winning it, and Koi having a flawless start to this map.
And it was a relatively even first half, and then it was this really aggressive defensive side that came out from Koi that made things very difficult for Navi to play against. Like, there was constant pressure.
These weapons, but they've got so much utility to fight their way back through. Key point being the flash to start it out, but nothing has gone according to plan on this one. The downside of having those weaker weapons, Starzo now has to do it all, and even the rifle ain't going to be enough. A clean response from Navi, but that was very much just a testing ground. Now the rifles come out for Koi.
Be very difficult indeed. They have control that maybe they shouldn't have, but it seemed like they were boxed in. Instead, well, the trade's going effectively, and that spike has dropped the deck again.
Wolfen's on the way as well with the operator. It's going to be very hard to pick this spike back up and make your way back to the site. Did Wolfen just dash down below? He swapped it out, using the rifle now instead. He really wants a fight. Being so close to the Blade Storm maybe plays a role, but he's ended up going down. And Shados up against Xiao. Still spike to be retrieved. Time could be a factor. Shados has to sneak up on him, but he's going to get there just in time. A third kill in this round.
Very quickly, putting this at a 3-1 scoreline for them. And again, like as we said, like they could definitely put up rounds over on that attack with this sort of composition. They'll probably face the same issues that Navi have done, but I'm still kind of sat here and just looking at those initial stages of the round. Like, we in his teammates to hold the line, and for now, that's exactly what they're doing.
They're still staying in the pit, even as the side push begins. The showstopper certainly helps with Trex doubling up, looking for the triple on backside. The trade should be easy now, though, down to 14 HP, and Sagetsu's lurk. The last remaining hope for this squad. Smoked off the spray, decent damage done. Actually stopped the defuse. He might even be good for more if Shados wasn't a little quicker.
The style, this, for me, it really does just give me old school flashbacks to this map. Maybe you would have to throw a Reyna in there for it to truly be the old school split. But it's so explosive. Just any moment, one of these four duelists seems to be able to take over the round, the initial battle.
Can focus a little more on just hitting those shots.
Wondering.
It's a great push by Trex. A great position, and he's got the spike for his trouble. Avoided the shot of CNED too. But he won't be able to hold on to that control for too much longer. He's got to let it slip. Surely.
He's waiting for his teammate, who's slowly running round. Can he get anything more? He can! Trex, so confident in these fights, but eventually will go down. And now they know where these remaining players are going to be. Information had, but both on that rotation back. Starzo's going to get pinged up, left into the 1v3. First goes his way, but can't get anything more. Quick response from the side of Navi, this back and forth.
And seeing those duelists light up on the attack side, we don't know what we're going to see when we swap over.
He didn't even go out. He just jump picked it. I thought he was trying to get behind the box, but it was more so just CNED is so fast to the reactions that he didn't even get a chance.
Back as the rotations were sold. Koi not knowing what they'd walked into, what they're walking into. Sagetsu dropped after just one shot, not going to connect for the kill. Now there's some serious danger here. All of a sudden, Koi are actually competing. Not just that, dominating in these duels, putting it down to the 2v4 and off on the way back through. A Blade Storm in the open. He's just too quick, but he needs two more. The op saves him for one, and low HP on both players now. An op reload for CNED. He's trying to get over the box and he couldn't escape. Trex tracks him down for the 5th round of Koi. I love the replay, man. He just casually takes a sip of his drink. No emotion behind those eyes whatsoever. It's incredible.
It's just ridiculous as well. Shots connected. This to pull out the Blade Storm after the initial shot, still land it. But it's Coldamenta, the hero of this round, managing to get a multi-frag with the pistol and alongside that the SMG timeout. Xiao has taken so much damage. An extra bullet spammed into that wood could kill him off, but instead, he might just be sneaky. He's helped out Sagetsu to at least manage one, but even still, this advantage sticks with Koi that little bit longer. He's still going strong, though, and has Zipan alongside him. Neither particularly close to that spike, but Sagetsu trying to take the elevated angle, and while both players of Koi landing their shots.
He was going to fall back down. He said, no, they've spammed this many bullets. they won't spam anymore. And on 16 HP, sure, he doesn't get a lot done, but it's about creating that crossfire. With Sugetsu, it's about waiting for the wall from Shados to go down so Zipan could participate. A little too late. That was off the cages landing initially, but never mind being too late. He is perfectly in time, and the rocket fired through catches Xiao, thinning out the herd of Navi. With CNET falling, this round seems to be all but over. The nade, well, it's too shallow. The bullets will land to finish him off. Nobody falling on the side of Koi.
Koi, they've been so good at getting the reads, and they haven't really been pulling players off because nobody has been forced back. Like, you had all of that Viper utility in mid, you had the likes of Shados basically just, oh, no one here, I'm spamming through the smokes, don't need to rotate.
You're doing it. They want nothing to do with the fight outside of A. Moving in towards Heaven. Koldamenta, he hasn't really fought from this angle, typically just been shoulder peeking and grabbing the info. This time, though, with players on the site, he had to hold it a little wider. They're not ready for Trex to be here, too. But Zipan's also caught them off guard. Big round for the Rays players. As they look for more impact on the B side, Trex will fall. They know that there's an op stuck in the back, and it's all too easy for CNET with him updrafting away from the nade. A clutch attempt by Shados and a firing squad beckoning him in. Very nicely played by Navi.
It was a sort of similar story with them having a pretty decent first half, and then it was obviously Koi dominating in the second. Now that second was their defensive half last time out, so it's a little bit different this time. But at the same time, they still managed to pull off a 6-6 half on their attack, like, to say the least, but they have to take a risk a man down.
Oh, it's Angel catching them crossing, but he's not able to deliver on it on the site. A lone man of Xiao stands, trying to get some support with Zipan from above, now smoked out. Angel's able to creep up behind, grab one. Zipan more than good, and Xiao certainly had more support than it seemed when this take began. Koldamenta, the last man to the party, and the spike is down in the open, next to irretrievable. 20 seconds on the clock, and 4 very healthy opponents to take down if he wants the win for his squad. See how much he can do, and oh, player with his back turned almost took him down. That was a rough one.
Wolfen and Zipan gets the kill. So it's his 2-piece of utility, well there you go, that is just the freest couple of kills for the players above, and then you see Xiao pounce that a little bit later on. His utility doing the initial work, and 2 players holding on to this spot. 25 seconds to make this work.
Doing a good job at the start. They know that Xiao was around here earlier. He's the one that threw the C's out, but they won't find him in time, and he's close. 12 seconds left on the clock. They need to plant it in a spot they can be challenged from. 2 players both coming from spawn, and the smoke fades at just the right moment. Koi set up for victory. Sugetsu has to battle back. A player up and a player down. The spam, it's close, but it's not close enough. The angle a little off, and they're gonna double swing this. The second he steps out, never mind, Shadow's gone already, and it comes close. But the Sheriff of Koldamenta, I didn't doubt it for so. Once I saw them online, Tom, I knew they were gonna use them.
It's so ridiculous that they managed to turn this. Wolfen being able to get that entry was everything, and again, Koldamenta just making it worse. You could see frustration on one side, 'cause that's a round again. Off might just be the boost they need, though. That prior round, lighting the fire under Koi, winning that initial battle, and now Sugetsu under serious pressure. Caught in one of the trips, but he hasn't been able to get anything and just stuck at the back of the site, being surrounded, but Angel, Zipan looking to try and help him out. It was the start that looked wonderful, and now it's just Koldamenta. But Angel low, spike on the site, so it almost becomes irrelevant at this point. He's going to have to take the fights, and the timing could be sublime. He isolates it into the 1v1. Right just seconds ago, but now 15 left. Koldamenta needs to find that frag, and Zipan is watching in the right direction, but it won't be enough this time. The Koi have stolen from the clutches of Navi.
This man is looking to take that throne all by himself. The last 2 rounds, he's been looking unbelievable. 1 away now from Navi on the back of a round like that, and we saw how devastating the loss of the previous round was. Now add to it that one.
So risky, but he has teammates behind him, just looking to get out of there as a fake, but this time they've been ready for Xiao.
I'm not even sure. He might have been paranoid going for that kill. It looked like the blind had caught Shados, yet still he's good for the frag. Angel on the side, dancing around. He's caught a player on the back with Koldamenta. That's 3 kills already, and he's not finished just yet, looking for Trex. And now the final man of Starzo, looking to snuff out the flame, and it's CNED's up to close the round. 11 on the board for Navi.
Jados throwing that through. I don't know if that was meant to go deeper, but it seemed like it was meant to stop Angel from being able to peak the angle that he took. And because of that, teammates goes down, and from then onwards, Angel is just running riot.
So many high-impact rounds on that attack. It's a rare thing for a Jet. And Wolfen's experiencing the other side of it, walking through into the man himself, but the trade is there. It's Cold Amanda to find that one, and push Sugetsu way back out of the site. Cages mean nothing. The traps finding information, but for what? Can't follow up with the Cosmic Divide in the way, and the plant can be found safely. Treks onto Angel as well, doubling, tripling down on the advantages. Now a 4 versus 2 as Navi desperately try to find any duel to their advantage, and they will get none.
It's actually ridiculous.
They very much hunkered down, ready for this fight to come through. No one, mainly no Angel, to follow through on those initial fights. It's Wolfen up close, only one for him as Navi steamroll into B.
Wary of that flank coming through, almost trying to fake things out a little bit. C-Ned low, but it's only Starzo left. And Zipan once more.
What the read was there, but Zipan's staying around. They think it's still going to be B, and it couldn't be any more right. Angel standing in just the right spot, again catching them off, and look how quickly Zipan's going to rotate through. He's already emerging from the catwalk, and there's barely anyone left to take down. Just Trex now standing in their way of taking this map, and it's Sugetsu's triple to seal the map, 14-12.